Want to 10x your growth? Discover how only 3 growth hacks in 10 days can change everything. Welcome to the 10-Day Growth Hacking Challenge with your host, Nader Sabri. Today, we're here with Amanda Gonell from Queens, New York. She's about to disrupt the beauty business in an absolutely incredible way. Before we get started today, for those who are tuning in, this is based on the growth thinking methodology, which is a design methodology used by 5,000 growth hackers around the world. If you want to do what we're doing here in the challenge, this is your guide. Amanda, welcome aboard. Super excited to have you on. You are our first contender for season 3. So welcome aboard. Hello.
Hello.
Super excited to have you on board. For those who want to know more about Amanda, information will be below. To give you a bit of background about what she's doing is she's combining 3 very interesting elements to completely disrupt the way that beauty is being delivered. She's combining both beauty therapy, medical therapy, and energy healing therapy in the combination of products like Reiki facials. She's pioneering this method and is one of the first people on the planet, among a few others, who are bringing this to market by introducing the combination of these 3 elements. It's purely based on a very interesting reasoning that has to do with the combination of both inner and outer beauty, creating a holistic experience. I won't steal your wind, Amanda, because I can never describe it the way that you do it, because you do it daily, obviously. Tell us a little bit more about what you do and how you're going to shake the shit out of the beauty industry.
Okay. Hi. Oh, that was such a nice introduction. Thank you so much. Very grateful. So I am a licensed medical esthetician. I work at a medical spa where I've gotten a lot of experience with doing very invasive treatments, using medical products that give amazing results and kind of really can change the appearance of someone's skin, whether on the face or the body. It's life-changing, very beautiful. In my career, though, there is many different branches. So that I have also decided to start experimenting with the holistic world, where I found so many different types of healing methods. So if you massage the skin daily, you will get the same lift as someone who's doing Botox. If you, meditate, it's been proven that the stress and the way that your face looks less aged. It looks a lot more youthful and healthy. So I fell in love with both the holistic and the medical world in beauty. And every day I'm meeting different people. I've learned that my main purpose is to really help the individual all around. And so working in the medical side, I realized that there was something missing. And then working in the holistic side, I also felt like there was something that we needed a little push. So the holistic people are feeling great on the inside and they're getting really lovely results, but they want a little more. So they need to be introduced to the medical side, right? Where we can do these invasive treatments that are going to give them the results that they're looking, that can match their inner beauty for how they really feel, they can show it on the outside. And then we have our clients who are really stuck in the medical side, where their physical appearance is almost near perfect, exactly how they want it to look, but yet they still feel like they're not good enough or it's not perfect. And in that, I found that combining both together is going to not only help people, look their best, but also feel their best, because sometimes people will start looking awesome, but their self-esteem is still down here because it was never addressed. And so in this new method of beauty that I'm trying to create, or to introduce to people, we're working on the physical aspect, but at the same time we're also working on your self-esteem, and we're working on your energy, you know, trying to get them to both see each other and say, hey, we're happy with who we are and how we look. And that creates happier people, which will eventually, hopefully, create a happier world. So that's the goal.
That is amazing. That is amazing. I think that Amanda's onto something really big that is going to really shake up the way that beauty works. For a very long time, it was based on purely superficial, if for a lack of better concept, superficial elements.
Western world, yeah.
Yeah, and now combining the idea that people have woken up to other types of values and systems and ways of approaching not just being healthy, but feeling good about how we look and interact with the world around us is a beautiful combination. And I think there's a lot of people out there looking for that. And these new techniques that you're creating are going to be phenomenally game changing in a way where I think a lot of people are going to respond very positively to this. And so, as you can imagine, the challenge ahead of us is very significant to make that happen, and it will happen. There are two fundamental things, of course, I want to share with the audience. Amanda has gone through two pivots prior to this, which is amazing, because my hat goes off to Amanda, because by being able to have the courage to pivot yourself before somebody changes your world for you, especially in her case where she removed several dependencies, which she recognized to pave her way to design her own destiny, is an incredible and courageous thing to do. And her growth hacks have realigned to that. In the very beginning, when we met, when we talked about these three concepts, this industry is still new, so it's not coined yet. And that creates a lot of creative room. And Amanda, I gave her an exercise, and I'm giving you a pre-challenge exercise, right? Maybe you want to tell the audience what that pre-challenge exercise was. It had a very good purpose. Go for it.
In short, I'm pretty much, I work for these two companies where I'm working as my own. I'm an entrepreneur in someone else's business, right? So there were opportunities there for growing with the company and kind of developing my own company within theirs. But within moving in that direction, there was a lot of restrictions because the people that I currently work for are still in a growing phase, and nothing was extremely like set in stone. So our exercise, once I did it, it showed me that their mindset we weren't aligned. You know, the mindsets weren't aligned. Happens. Even though it's a beautiful and very possible opportunity in the future, you know, because of where they are right now, you know, I kind of had to pivot and say, okay, well, there's too many dependencies here. You know, it seems like I'm just a worker, and that's not that's not what I'm going to focus my energy on, you know? And so then that's when I was like, okay, we're going to still use the same exercise that you gave me. We're going to still use all of the positives that we can get from these two current, you know, opportunities, but we're going to use it now for something where I have control, and it's essentially in my hands. So if I have to pivot 1,000 times to make sure that the ball is still in my court, I will. That's the most important, right?
That's the attitude. And that's what's going to disrupt the beauty business, because you're ready and willing to pivot on even some of the most difficult things, even if with high dependencies that keep you comfortable. You've already stepped out of your comfort zone into a complete discomfort zone, and you've done it smoothly, which is brilliant. And so I look forward to seeing much greater things to come for you, especially within this challenge and after this challenge. There's also another thing, which is also the naming, if you recall, where the combination of these three elements, you remember I gave you that exercise prior to, was like, we got to figure out a naming, which kind of sounded weird because I've gone through this myself as an entrepreneur. We're defining a whole new space, and so we're educating a whole new market. And so we need to actually define some things that are not defined. And so you did a very good job in doing that when we talked about what would we call something that combines beauty, medicine, and holistic or energy healing, sorry. And you came up with an excellent name that has become the kind of the brand anchor that's defining many of the things. And I think from that day that you got that clarity, many of the things that just happened prior to the challenge up until now have actually been building blocks for you because of that clarity. And that I think is quite amazing. So on that note, tell me, what are your 3 growth challenges? And then let's dig into what your 3 growth hacks are going to be for this challenge.
Oh, okay. So my first challenge is creating product, like creating some type of do-it-yourself kind of project where people can learn how to do their own like face mask and do their own like spray waters and things like that. It's kind of been a challenge because it's a lot. It's, you know, but essentially it would really make everything really nice and whole, because we use those products in the treatment. So it will kind of like go hand in hand. It's just trying to find the right people and the right kind of, you know, what product are we actually going to do?
Bringing it all together, basically.
Bringing it all together. I guess there's just so many challenges, right? Like life.
Yeah.
Like life in itself. I also essentially would really like to. Well, a big issue I'm having is just organizing myself, I guess, organizing, you know, the brand and sticking to the brand and making sure that the brand represents everything that I am. And that's really a hard challenge. And trying to get, you know, this recruitment of women or just individuals that are interested in the beauty field as well, that would like to learn how to kind of do all of the things that I'm doing. And then kind of, because what I'm doing is so new and it's so different, the goal would be to get more people interested so that we can have like more workers, right? Like more people putting out happier people in the world, right?
So it's like basically like acquiring ambassadors to what you're doing, like helping them build their own businesses to become entrepreneurs in your field as well, but giving them the techniques and how to do it. So that's part of the growth hacks. But I think like so some of the challenges, I mean, knowing that we've gone through some of these things, I think there's definitely like a multitude and different growth challenges with your situation. I think the number one thing was clarity and confidence, which was just getting super clear about your niche, which I know that we've done. And I think we've gotten past that. But the next challenge is, how do we take that clarity and convert that into revenue, monetizing it? And I think we can underpin that as your growth challenge, because I know we've gone through this a few times. And so moving forward, what are going to be the 3 growth hacks that you're going to develop in the next 10 days?
Oh, I guess I got them mixed up. My challenges with my growth hacks. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. No, well, I mean, like, the growth hack responds. Nervous. No, the hacks respond to the challenges. But let's break it down for the audience. Hack number 1, 2, and 3, so they know what to expect, of course, in the next 10 days.
My challenges definitely were like clarity and defining my brand, and also like, how do I monetize on my brand and make the money, and just, you know, confidence and having that confidence, because everything is just so competitive all the time, right? So you always kind of like, am I good enough? Can I do this? So, but you have been helping me so much through this, so I appreciate you very, very much. And then the hacks that we came up with were then to put out a product and to have an actual physical product that people can relate with, to create like the need for people to want to learn the new techniques and the new just way of doing beauty and kind of teaching them how to do it so that they can make their own money and grow their own business. And then I think it's like creating content.
Yeah.
Possibly creating.
Well, I think, yeah, because like if I remember when we were kind of sitting back, I mean, I think the first one we were talking about was creating the tutorials, like the online tutorials of your techniques. Exactly, like social tutorials about your new type of technique. So people all around the world can know what a Reiki facial is, for example. How does it work and what is required? And then I think the hack number 2, what we were looking at is the combination of bringing in how to DIY products at home on how you can create
like my own brand.
Exactly. And then third was developing the beauty coaching. That's it. Beauty coaching, which was taking the combination of hack 1 and 2 and then being able to combine that right into a service that you would deliver to help other people in the beauty business, not also just tap into the techniques and the products, not just the ones they can create on their own at home, but the ones that you'll be hopefully producing with time on a commercial level, helping people walk through the business, right? So I think if I remember correctly, those, right? I'm just trying to summarize it both from past conversation and what we're talking about here. Yeah. Awesome. Right? So we're ready, right?
Yeah. No, super ready, super excited.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So that is where we are. We are hacking the beauty business. This is what this is all about. And we're starting from the ground up using the combination of beauty, medical practices or medical treatment with energy healing combined and into 3 growth hacks, which are going to be the social tutorials for the DIY treatments, right? And second, number 2 is going to be the products, DIY products that people can create, which also could be used by using the tutorials. So they combine together. And third is going to be the beauty coaching business, which is being able to take the combinations of hack 1 and 2 and delivering it, because one of Amanda's missions, and correct me if I'm wrong, I hope I'll articulate this like how you have for me in the past, is that you believe that there's many people out there like you who should tap into these kind of opportunities, and you want to lead the way for them by being able not just teach the techniques, but also to coach them to do the same to enter the beauty business, correct?
Yes, it will help so many people, because one little thing about me is I relocated to Queens, but I am originally from the Bronx. I'm from the South Bronx, and it is a very underdeveloped community. And so coming from that and just seeing my growth through this industry, it's extremely beautiful. And I promised myself to give back to my community one day. So everything that I do, it really comes down to, I want to make people happier, and I want people to help people, and I want to help people get there. So I definitely am hoping that this works out, because it wouldn't just help me, it would help a lot of people. So I'm really excited. I'm excited to get people excited to help others.
Awesome. And I'm excited to be on that journey to help you, and that this challenge will be the pathway to making that possible. The beauty is that we've already created so much clarity in what we want to do with you that it's going to probably be 50% of the solution is right there in the fact that there's clarity. So let's get started on the challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, those tuning in who want to know more about Amanda and what she does, click below. For those of you as we tune out, as just a quick reminder, the challenge is based on the growth thinking methodology. If you want to do what we do, this is it right here. So we'll see you in the next video, Amanda, hack number 1 in 3 days. See you.